Yo, what's good, guys? We're NBA podcasters back with another podcast. Today, I'm with my bro.
Yo, what's good, guys?
Today, we're going to be continuing off-season talks. Today's team is the Minnesota Timberwolves, so let's get started. The Timberwolves are a team that also didn't make it to the bubble, which is not surprising, but it isn't like something like the Knicks, where like you can be. It's like we didn't have enough star power, but like what do you think they did good this season that at least made them 29th?
All right, so I think that they had good pace throughout the season, and Minnesota has some good developing players at the moment.
What do you mean by pace? Like how they played, or like uh how they
Yeah, how
traded?
they played.
What type
Yeah,
of pace are
it's
you
how they
talking about?
played. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So even though they had a little bit of strengths, like a little bit of good sides, what were their main points that led them to be 29th?
A clear one, a literal clear one is defense. They are the worst team in defense. Like they are so bad. It's not even funny. Like all they need is if they get defense, it's not even funny. They'll be like at least like 20th. They just need defense. They also need depth, which they're lacking, and they don't have
Yeah.
cap space because they have way too many uh like not big name, but like way too many contracts. They also kind of lack shooting, but not as much as defense though. Like the main
Right.
like thing is defense.
Right.
So
So you think that the main reason they haven't made it to the playoffs is because of their defense.
not only defense, but that's the main reason. There's other
Yeah.
reasons that I just mentioned, but defense is a big one, like a
Mm,
big one.
Right. Right.
So what are some trades that can help with like defense and like depth?
Okay. So one trade I'm thinking of right now is James Johnson and a 2020 first round pick for Jonathan Isaac. And I believe this is more realistic and more like a really, really good trade for them because Jonathan Isaac is known for his defense and he can provide that for Minnesota, right?
Yep.
What do you think about this trade?
I think I agree with you. It's a great trade, but I have two opinions on it. First of all, the Timberwolves get what they need, which is defense, and Jonathan Isaac on the Magic was like their main defender, and he doesn't
Yeah.
even play center, so he could go like beside maybe Carl Anthony Towns or like something like
I'm
that.
pretty
But
sure I'm pretty sure he plays like a small forward or power forward. He
he
plays a
plays
forward position.
which position does Carl Anthony Towns play? Power forward?
Center.
Oh,
Center.
okay. Okay.
Sometimes I'm pretty sure sometimes power forward, but mainly center.
So I think he could go great in the power forward spot because he plays that in the Magic. So he gives them defense.
Exactly.
That's what they give. But like the second opinion that I had was, will the Magic take it? Because I remember when we did the off-season talks for the Magic, we talked about where we don't think that the Magic would want to trade Jonathan Isaac, but maybe we're wrong. Maybe they would. But I really feel like this makes sense for
Yeah.
the for
I
the
mean,
Timberwolves
what
at
they're
least.
getting, what they're getting is a 2020 first round pick, and since Timberwolves were they were really low, this pick their 2020 first round pick is probably gonna be good because it's probably gonna be like a top 5 pick,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's good for the Magic. They can get a new, rookie this season.
Which can like help them.
Exactly, and they have James Johnson. James Johnson is not even that bad at offense.
Yeah. And the Magic need offense. Keep in mind that.
Exactly. So I think that's a good trade. It's a realistic trade. But Somai, is there any trades that you have in mind right now?
I feel like there's one trade that makes sense. It's where Jarrett Culver, I think that's how you say it, James
Yeah.
Johnson, and a 2020 first round pick for Miles Turner. I might take away the 2020 first round pick in that if the Pacers
To be
take
honest, I would, instead of putting a 2020 first round pick, I would put like a 2022 first round pick, like a later first round pick.
okay. So Miles Turner's give them good shooting. Like he's not a great shooter,
But for
but
a center, that's good.
yeah, for a center, he's decent. He'll space at the floor. He gives them defense, shot blocking in the paint, which Karl Anthony Towns cannot do. I feel like he'd go great beside Karl Anthony Towns. Maybe Karl Anthony Towns can play power forward and then give the spot to Miles Turner for as center. And then he could be the main shot blocker and all that. And then Karl Anthony could just help.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this trade, Chef? Do you think it makes sense for the or the Pacers?
Uh, for the Pacers, I think I do. It makes sense because Jarrett Culver is, a good rookie. I know he hasn't been playing too good this season, but I believe that he can become better. He basically, he reminds me of? He reminds me of Andrew right now.
Who? Jared oh my, Culver.
Yes, Jarrett Culver reminds me of Andrew Wiggins right now. Like in the beginning of his rookie season, he isn't that great, but I believe that he's gonna be better. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And James Johnson, he can help. He's like an okay role player, and they're getting a first round pick, so I think it makes sense.
true. So, Shaf, for the Timberwolves, are there any trades that they could do with like players that don't mean that much to the organization?
All right, so there's one trade I have. It's risky. It's not really risky. It's just that I don't think the Suns will do it, but like they can offer it. And I'm thinking James Johnson, Hernan Gomez, Josh Okogie, Malik Beasley, and 2 first round picks. All that for Devin Booker. And I
I have
know,
mixed feeling about this. I have a very mixed feeling about this.
same with me because Devin. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Minnesota
Why?
really needs Devin Booker at the moment because he has good offense, right? And he can play
Yeah.
defense. Like, okay,
Decently, at least. Not that great.
yeah. As we said in the previous podcast, we said that Devin Booker is an okay defender, right?
Yeah.
He'll have the good chemistry between Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
So I think he would be a perfect fit for the Timberwolves. But I don't think it's questionable what the Suns are getting back, right?
Yeah.
Because they're getting back a lot of role players. They're not getting like a really good player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In my
But
opinion, like,
yeah,
okay, keep going, keep going.
but they're getting 2 first round picks. They're okay. Josh Okogie, he's a good rookie right now. He's an underrated rookie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he is averaging currently like 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist for the team. And that's good for him because he's a role player for them, right? Malik Beasley is making around 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And these type of players, they're gonna get these type of players that can like not like they won't put up a lot of points, but they'll put up like decent amount of points.
Decent
You know what I'm
numbers,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, and they're getting 2 first-round picks, so that means they're getting like 2 future stars. It depends on the GM. So I think that this trade can it's gonna be a win-win situation if you think about it.
Okay.
So what do you think about this?
As I said, I had mixed feelings about this. First of all, I know that he's a decent defender, but I feel like the Timberwolves don't need offense right now. As I said, they just lack defense. So like they need like role players that like are defensive minded. And I
Yeah,
don't think Devin Booker is defensive minded. I know that it'll boost our offense for sure, but
yeah.
just on the defensive side. And do, do you think that the Suns are gonna take that? Like, I know like James Johnson is decent. Like, I just don't feel
They're
right.
all good role players. They're all good role players.
But do you seriously think they're gonna trade him for this? Uh, they I don't. In my opinion, they're not gonna take
I know what you mean too. It's just that, you know,
that
yeah, I know what you mean.
unless they trade. They need like for Devin Booker. That makes sense. But like only role players. Uh, so
Yeah, so my, I know you didn't like my last trade, but do you have any other trade in mind?
let me think. This makes sense to me. Maybe not to you, but D'Angelo Russell and James Johnson and a 2021 first round pick for Ben Simmons and a second round pick. What do you think about this?
I think that this is a good trade. I mean, it's questionable
For me,
because
I think it's a good trade, but the only one thing that like he's gonna
they're
take
gonna be losing offense.
no, they're yeah, they are gonna lose offense and shooting. D'Angelo
Yeah.
Russell can shoot, and Ben Simmons, I don't think he's gonna get better eventually, hopefully.
Yeah.
But for now, I don't think Ben Simmons can shoot. So it's a good trade if you think about it from a defensive standpoint, maybe.
Mhm.
But for an offensive standpoint, that's why I said you might not like it. So
Yeah. I know what you mean. All right, so that's all for today, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. We post every week, so stay tuned, and we're out.